Check, check. 1, 2, check, check. Live from Freedom Field in St. John's, Florida, it is Creekside and DeLand live on Schlick Sports. Hello, everyone. I am Noah Schlicksup, bringing you tonight's action live here from St. John's, Florida. It's the regular season finale between the Bulldogs and the Knights. These two teams in the same region here in 7A, and they could see each other if DeLand goes on a solid district run in the playoffs. Potentially, each of these teams could use some wins going into the playoffs. Creekside, mainly for momentum purposes, they've lost 3 out of their last 4 despite going 7-3 in April. They played good baseball, lost to some tough teams here recently in Clay, University Christian, and St. John's Country Day, but looking to end up the season, the regular season, on a high note against a Bulldogs team that comes in at 14-9. They will be the 3 seed in their district tournament, currently sit 10th in Region 1 7A. They are trying to cement a playoff spot, and a win out here over the Knights could help them do so. We're going to send you down to the field now for the starting lineups and the national anthem on this gorgeous April night.
Welcome to Freedom Fields on the campus of Creekside High School. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds us that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom, and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch this evening's game. Tonight, we welcome the Bulldogs of DeLand High School as they take on your Creekside Knights. Introducing today's non-starters for DeLand. Number 1, Justin Thompson. Number 5, Braden Myers. Number 6, Alton Hughes. Number 12, Jaden Palmer. Number 13, Rue Hanna. Number 14, Austin Bouchard. Number 15, Evan Ledoux. Number 16, Eli Hoffman. And number 20, Christian Baez. And now the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Leading off in left field, number 4, Dylan Lawrence. Batting second, the right fielder, number 10, Bryson Treichel. Batting third, the second baseman, number 7, Luke Hoffman. In the cleanup spot, the catcher, number 3, Derek DeJesus. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 23, Nathan Rico. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 8, Ethan Jones. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 2, Race Rodriguez. Batting eighth, the center fielder, number 9, Ethan Zagers. Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 21, Jeremy Wright. And the shortstop, number 22, Hefte Fuentes. Assistant coaches, Cameron Ward, Matthew De La Rosa, and the head coach for DeLand, Mr. Zach Spivey. Now let's meet the non-starters for your Creekside Knights. Number 1, Parker Morton. Number 7, Tavern Blanzett. Number 8, Hunter Schlegel. And now, let's meet tonight's defensive starters for your Knights. In left field, number 17, Zach Jackson. In center field, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder. In right field, number 6, Michael Bishop. At third base, number 19, Carson McFarland. At shortstop, number 5, Ty Martineau. At second base, number 2, Aiden Benechek. At first base, number 14, Adam Harvey. Behind the plate for the Knights tonight, number 3, Connor Belizic. And the designated hitter, number 4, Nick Romeo. And climbing the bump, our pitcher tonight, number 15, Roman Baselli. Assistant coaches, Robbie McCluskey, Darren Lester, Chris Angelo, Tony Mazzio. And the head coach for Creekside, Mr. Chris King. Ladies and gentlemen, we now direct your attention to the American flag flying in center field. Please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time to play ball here on Schlick Sports as we have got the Bulldogs and the Creekside Knights both wearing black uniforms from head to toe. Well, Creekside got the red hats, so from jersey to pants. As the only difference really between the two teams, the numbers are different colors. DeLand green, Creekside red, and of course the Creekside logo on the front of the Knights jerseys and the Bulldogs script on the chest of theirs. So might be a little confusing tonight, but I'll be sure to keep you posted on who's on the field, who's at the plate. And let's take a look at who will be at the plate for the DeLand Bulldogs. The starting lineup for them coming in at 14-9. They are led off by Dylan Lawrence and Bryson Treichel. Luke Hoffman, the second baseman, batting third, followed by Derek DeJesus and Nathan Rico. Ethan Jones batting sixth, followed by Race Rodriguez, Ethan Zagers, and Jeremy Wright. They'll be taking on Roman Baselli, climbing the bump for the first time, starting a game since March 23rd. He has been phenomenal out of the bullpen lately. Struggled a little bit in his starts this season with his ERA sitting at 5.25 in starts. However, he has not allowed an earned run in his last 10 innings, looking to continue upon that great pace he has been on recently. Phenomenal out on the mound, standing at 6'1", 170. The senior has got a fastball, changeup, slider, and a splitter he'll throw at you. An awkward delivery from the lefty as he kind of steps towards the first base bag, and then as it looks like we got the base we needed to put in out there at second base. But it really creates a tough release point for either hitter from either side. For lefties, it's nearly impossible. For righties, it's a big-time challenge as well. As Dylan Lawrence, the right-handed hitting left fielder, will lead us off, and we're still going to need some maintenance, I think, on the second base bag. We've got Creekside players running in from the shed. Gavin Strump, who will not be available tonight with an injury, sprinting out there to second base, and we were a little delayed with getting the field ready due to the Bulldogs coming in here at 6 o'clock, 6:05. They did not arrive until less than 30 minutes until first pitch, and late I.O., kind of a rush pregame, has led us to this. The second base bag finally in, and You also wonder how that could affect this game with DeLand not having too much time to get ready, get stretched. Creekside's been out here hitting since 4 o'clock. Advantage Creekside warm-up wise as Baselli finds the zone for strike one. We are underway. That's the key for Roman Baselli. If he can hit the zone consistently, keep that pitch count down, just throw strikes, that will be huge for Creekside and their senior lefty. Baselli throws strikes less than 50% of the time. Change up low, 2-1. In on the hands, it's blooped out into shallow right field. That will drop for a base hit. Dylan Lawrence able to poke that one the other way. Gets us started off with a little single, and that brings up Bryson Treichel. The right fielder for the Bulldogs, sporting the full face mask out there on the helmet. The guardrails out in front of his face. One thing that you could see play in here, especially with the leadoff man on first base, is with Baselli's slower release, it leaves the Knights and Baselli very vulnerable to stolen bases. Pickoff move back to first. That's the other part of it, is tough to really read when he's going to the plate and when he's trying to pick you off. Bryson Treichel up at the plate. Second pitch to him is fought off, 0-2. Treichel gonna come up here and play collegiate baseball not too far from here at UNF. Two count. Popped up, just past second base. Benechek calling for it. He hauls it in, one away. Time now to take a look at the defensive alignment for the Creekside Knights. Out on the field, same as last night except for the starting pitcher, which is Roman Baselli. Out on the outfield, Jackson, Aschenfelder, Bisham. Infield, McFarland, Martineau, Benechek, Harvey. And behind the plate is Connor Belizik. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage. There's Luke Hoffman. 1-2 count. Getting the start at second base tonight, the senior for the Bulldogs. 1 on, 1 out, takes a pitch just outside, 2-2. Roman Baselli carrying an ERA at 2.49 into this start. His last appearance exactly 1 week ago out of the bullpen against Trinity Christian. Shut them down, 3 innings, 1 hit, no runs. He struck out 5 while walking 2 in those 3 innings and was a critical component to Creekside knocking off the Conquerors. Slider up and away. 3-2. Full count. Baselli set and fires. Misses away, ball 4. Hoffman, patience pays off for him there.
Hey, let's go.
2 on, 1 out. Derek DeJesus, the next up for DeLand.
Catcher number 3, Derek DeJesus.
DeJesus going to play at the next level at National Park College. Perfect game grade of 8.5. some next level talent on this team. Some guys going to play at the collegiate level. Of course, the catcher DeJesus being one of them, as he takes strike one. DeLand very patient here up at the plate early on, and that's going to be the key for them against Roman Baselli. Get runners on base and hope for a mistake. And even if Baselli makes a mistake, puts one over the middle with the movement on his pitches and that awkward delivery, still a challenge just to hit it.
There we go.
2-1 count on Derek DeJesus, and Ty Martineau going to go have a quick word with Roman Baselli. Temperature out here at Creekside High School, 80 degrees, wind blowing at 8 miles per hour, and the sun going to set at 8 o'clock as there's a ground ball out to short. Martineau on to second for one. Benechek throw to first. Got him! 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Roman Baselli gets the ground ball in the middle infielders. Martineau and Benechek able to turn two. On to the bottom of the first. First chance for Creekside coming up next. They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. Back here at Creekside High School, let's take a look at the starting nine for Creekside. The Knights led off by Sean Aschenfelder, followed by Michael Bysham and Ty Martineau. Carson McFarland cleaning things up for Creekside, followed by Adam Harvey and Connor Belozek. Zach Jackson, Nick Romeo, and Aiden Benechek. 7, 8, 9 for the Knights. Heart of the order going to have to come up for Creekside tonight. Carson McFarland coming off of a rough outing last night against St. John's Country Day. He'll be looking to bounce back. Adam Harvey, he's been red hot lately, and Connor Belzic came up big with a opposite field RBI double last night. Looking to continue off with that good momentum in this performance tonight. Creekside going to be going up against Jeremy Wright. And the sophomore stands at 6'2", 205. The righty got a perfect game grade of 8.5. Carries a fastball in the mid-80s, a slider in the mid-70s, along with a changeup and a curveball. He's challenged with the Creekside order, batting .313 in April, and Sean Aschenfelder has been great for the Knights. Batting .341, getting on base at the .398 mark. Sends one right back up the middle on the first pitch he sees. Base hit, one pitch, one on for the Creekside Knights. Taking a look at the fielding alignment for the Bulldogs. Out in the outfield, Dylan Lawrence, Ethan Zagers, and Bryson Schreikel left to right. On the infield, third baseman Ethan Jones, Hefte Fuentes out at shortstop, Luke Hoffman at second, and Race Rodriguez at first. Behind the plate, Derek DeJesus and Jeremy Wright on the mound. Starting lineups brought to you by Troy Stillhan with Bank of England Mortgage as Michael Bysham pulls back a bunt. Ashenfelder going for second. He is in there with the stolen base. It kicks away. He's trying for three, and he is in. Little trip from first to third in an unconventional way for Sean Ashenfelder. Now a runner just 90 feet away for Michael Bysham. With the NFL draft being tonight, decided we might as well go ahead and ask everyone in the starting lineup their favorite NFL team. Instead of reading out their stat lines, Michael Bysham, fan of the Jets. He's hoping they get Joe Alt in tonight's draft. Infield incoming for DeLand. Pitch in the dirt. A 1-1 count. Curveball up and in. 2-1 count on Bysham. Michael has gone out there and driven in 12 this year. 7 of those coming in the month of April. Two-one pitch in on the hands. He bloops it up, and that one is in, out, and back in the glove of Hefte Fuentes. How did he make that catch? Going back, full speed, on the very edge of his mitt. It popped in, bounced out. Fuentes able to grab it out of the air, still in his glove, makes the catch. What a play out at shortstop. That brings up Martineau. Man, if Bysham had 3 more inches of distance on that one, it's a base hit. As Martineau grounds that one foul, 0-1. Infield in for DeLand. 1 out. Ashenfelder on third has got better speed than anyone else on the team. Martineau a good bunter. I wonder if they test him. Feel like you'd rather have a bunt from Martineau than a hard ground ball. Or a line drive right at a fielder. One on, one out, the 1-1 pitch. Up and away. 2-1. The sophomore Jeremy Wright comes set. And he fires. Ball 3. 3-1 hitters count for Ty Martineau. Driven in 17 runs, second on the team with that number, just 1 behind Adam Harvey. Trying to tie his good buddy and drive in Ashenfelder. He'll have to wait for another chance. He walks. Runners at the corners. Still 1 away. And that brings up Carson McFarland.
Now batting
McFarland.
Third baseman, number 19, Carson McFarland.
Stepping up to the plate with Martineau on first, Ashenfelder on third. McFarland's favorite NFL team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Takes his time getting into the batter's box. Got 6 of the 9 guys in this starting lineup, Jags fans for Creekside. 7 if you count pitcher Baselli. As McFarland goes ahead and takes strike 1. Martineau goes. Nope, holds up. 1-1. Runner on third, 1 out. Typically, you'd send the runner here. Takes a couple aggressive steps off first base, but doesn't run. It's a 2-1 count on Carson McFarland. Excuse me, 1-2. Doubt they send him on 2 strikes. But they do. McFarland slaps it the other way. It is back in at first. Flip onto the pitcher for out number 2. But Sean Ashenfelder scoring on the ground out. And it is 1-0 Creekside. Nice job by McFarland there, putting that one in play.
Number 14.
Martineau into scoring position. Fielder's choice, or excuse me, a ground out. Nets Creekside their first run of the game. That brings up Harvey. Martineau in scoring position. Strike 1 on the Creekside first baseman. Also a Jags fan out there. Huge lead for Martineau. And a pickoff move. If it was a good throw, they might have got him there. Wrong side of the bag. They were not covering Martineau at all, but once he got far enough off, he ran in. That's something to watch here. Martineau going for third. Pitch swung on and missed. He is in there easily with the stolen base at third. Runner just 90 feet away. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Adam Harvey trying to extend the lead after Ashenfelder scored on the ground out. Takes a pitch that is called strike 3 to end the inning. But Creekside strikes for 1 in the first. Early lead for the Knights when we return on Schlick Sports. Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks. Five, 6, 7 coming up for the DeLand Bulldogs here in the second inning. Nathan Rico, the DH, leading things off against Roman Baselli. Single and a walk allowed a couple men to reach in the first, but a double play ended that threat and the inning. Strike across on Rico, 0-1. Baselli making his 9th appearance and 4th start of the year. Foul ball, 0-2. Carries a 3-2 record, 28 strikeouts and 19 walks in 19 2/3 heading into this start. Opponents hitting just 188 off Baselli. Rung him up. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out. Ethan Jones, the next one up. Great job there, Baselli, just finding the zone, attacking it, and no chance for Nathan Rico, the DH. Down on 3 pitches, looking. Not in that bat, he's going to want to replay. Ethan Jones takes outside, 1-0. DeLand comes into this game with a record of 14-9, 7-6 on the road this season. They are 7-2 on their home field and 7-7 everywhere else. As Ethan Jones hit by a pitch, 1 on, 1 out. That brings up Race Rodriguez.
Next up for the Bulldogs, first baseman number 2, Race Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, the first baseman, looking to advance the runner and not ground into a double play as DeJesus did to end the first. Baselli does a very nice job of forcing ground balls. Foul ball, 0-1. Soft contact. You're going to see a lot of that with Roman Baselli on the mound. If he can get that on the infield here, we're looking at a potential double play. Baselli throws over to first. Still 0-1. Ethan Jones, the third baseman, stands on first, and he's going for 2. The pitch chopped out to first. Harvey will step on the bag for out number 2. 2 gone and a runner in scoring position for the center fielder, Zagers.
Center fielder, number 9, Ethan Zagers.
Zagers, a sophomore, stepping up to the plate, and a lefty-on-lefty matchup right here, not in favor of DeLand. I mentioned back in the first, near impossible for a lefty with that release facing Roman Baselli. 0-1 count. It's funny. Sometimes you'll see guys with a bit of a crossfire delivery and they'll be like, yeah, it looks like he's stepping at you. No, with Baselli, for a lefty, he's stepping behind you. A 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Creekside with the 1-0 advantage early in this game. DeLand got a runner out on second, trying to tie this one back up. They will not do so this inning. Throw down on the drop, third strike, retires Zagers, and another donut on the board in the second for DeLand. 1-0 Creekside, our score when we return on Schlick Sports. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the second inning. 6, 7, 8 coming up for Creekside. They're led off by Connor Belazic. Here in the second, struck for one off of Jeremy Wright in the first. Belazic swings and misses at strike one. Connor Belazic, a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars. If you're just tuning in, you're wondering where that random fact came from with the NFL draft tonight, figured we'd cover all the Creekside starters' favorite NFL teams and switch it up a little bit tonight. The 1-1 catches the zone. A ball and 2 strikes on the freshman catcher for Creekside. Batting .254 with 13 RBIs this season. Went opposite field for an RBI double last night. Two-two count on Connor Belazic. And he's caught looking at strike 3. One away, and that brings up Zach Jackson.
Now
Jackson,
one away. Tonight's
another Jags fan out there for Creekside.
Zach Jackson.
I don't feel like a couple years ago when the Jags were 1-15, we'd see as many Jaguars fans in the lineup, or at least admit it. I feel like for the past couple years we've seen some more wins. Seen more Jags jerseys, some people, you know, not as ashamed of their fandom. Let's see who they select out there tonight. Swung on and missed 0-2 on Zach Jackson. Me personally, I'm fine with moving up for one of those top receivers. I wouldn't mind having that threat. If you don't get a Dunze or one of those guys, if you trade up, if you're sticking at 17, no one falls to you, Quinion Mitchell, one of those corners. Jackson checks his swing, 1-2. I remember we were playing Spruce Creek a couple years ago in Daytona while they were having the draft, and the Jags selected Trayvon Walker. I did my live reaction caught on camera there. Jackson going the opposite way. This one in shallow right, making the catch is Trickle. 2 away, and that brings up Nick Romeo, who is a Miami Dolphins fan. Big Miami sports guy.
Now batting
Follows the
for 2
Marlins when they are good, and
number 4, Nick Romeo.
Dolphins fan when it comes to football. I think if you're the Jags, though, there's a chopper to first. Wide receiver in the second round if you don't go in the first. It's Romeo. Retired on the ground out. A quiet 1-2-3 inning in the second. Our score, 1-0 Creekside as we play on to the third on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Leading things off here in the top of the third inning, Jeremy Wright, the pitcher, trying to get something going for this Bulldogs offense. Pops one foul out of play, leading things off here in the third. This one in foul ground. Harvey towards the fence, cannot get to it in time. 0-2 count. Jeremy Wright with a perfect game grade of 8.5. Takes a fastball just low. 1-2. Full windup and the pitch. Fouled away again. Jeremy Wright battling up at the plate. Been late fighting things off down the first base side. Foul. Trying to straighten it out. Fouls it back. Still 1-2. Another two-strike pitch. This one missing low. A 2-2 count on Jeremy Wright. Ground ball to third, fielded by McFarland. Harvey receives the toss over for out number one.
The Bulldogs roll back to the top
Back
of
to
the
the
order.
top of the
This is
order,
the
and
left fielder,
Dylan
number 4,
Lawrence.
Dylan Lawrence.
He singled to lead things off. Just a little blooper into shallow right field.
Let's go.
Strike one. To the Bulldogs left fielder. Popped up on the infield. Harvey calling for it. Makes the catch. 2 away here quickly in the third.
Now batting with 2 down.
That
right
brings
fielder,
up
number
Schreikel,
10,
the right fielder.
Schreikel.
Roman Baselli sitting at 37 pitches. There's pitch number 38. 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the third. The 1-1 pitch. Slow chopper to first. Harvey steps on the base for out number 3. A 1-2-3 inning for Roman Baselli. He is rolling on the mound through 3. It's still 1-0 Creekside.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Bottom of the third inning. Creekside has got 9-1-2 coming up to face Jeremy Wright. Wright has set the last 5 down in order for Creekside after 2 of the first 3 reached for the Knights. Got an early run across on the big sophomore. Now Creekside trying to extend their lead in the bottom of the third inning. Led off by Aiden Benachek. First pitch takes upstairs, ball 1. Benachek, a Jags fan, comes into this one batting .200. 1 RBI, 3 walks. 2-0 count. Creekside in the month of April have been outscoring their opponents 60-42. Just 3 runs against St. John's Country Day. But overall, their offense has been really good in the month of April. Hitting .313 with the runners in scoring position. Their batting average jumps to .396 in April. Benachek, hard grounder to short. Fuentes on to first for out number 1. I'll bring up Sean Aschenfelder. Singled on the first pitch he saw back in the first.
The center fielder, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder.
One out, nobody on. Foul ball. Strike 1 on Aschenfelder. Now 6 in a row set down by Jeremy Wright. Top of the order at the plate. Trying to get on base. Nice slider there, finds the zone. 0-2. Two-strike count. We'll see how Wright attacks Ashenfelder. Goes way upstairs. 1-2. Wright comes set. The pitch. Swung on, smacked the opposite way down the right field line. It is past the glove of Treichel. Ashenfelder rounding second. He is going to put on the brakes. It's a double for Sean Ashenfelder. Creekside doubles brought to you by Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377. Ashenfelder goes down the right field line, gets himself into scoring position with one out. And that brings up Michael Bysham. Bysham popped out on a little blooper behind second base his first time up. And a quick mound visit here for DeLand. See how they want to attack Bysham and then Martineau, who's on deck. This top of the order was able to get to right his first time through. Ashenfelder singled, stole a base at second, and then the throw down to second base. A little wild, allowed him to get to third. Scored on a ground out from McFarland. Martineau was able to walk. Bysham almost drove Ashenfelder in, but a great play by Fuentes. Going back on the little blooper and making a catch over his shoulder. Took that hit away. Corner infielders in. First pitch up high on Bysham, 1-0. Bysham came into this one batting .370 in the month of April, .297 overall on the season. 1 for 2 last night. Singled, struck out, and walked. Ashenfelder with a good lead over there at second. Bysham under that pitch. Good one to hit. Just missed it, 1-1. 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Creekside plated 1 in the first, they lead. Ashenfelder goes. It's a check swing, fouled to the backstop. Count 1-2. Ashenfelder got a good jump out there on second base. We'll see if they send him again. 2 pitches in a row. Ashenfelder staying at second. This one back up the middle. That one is through into center field. Ashenfelder headed for the plate. He is in. It's 2-0 Creekside on the RBI base hit from Michael Bysham. Rips that one up the middle on the ground. Ashenfelder scoring from second base with that speed. Got in there pretty easily. Martineau the next up to the plate. Still 1 on, 1 out. Creekside now up by 2 in the bottom of the third. And with Race Rodriguez holding Bysham close there on first. A big gap there on the right side of the infield. And a balk is going to be called on Jeremy Wright. Bysham to second. So now a runner in scoring position for Martineau and the Knights. Shows bunt, pulls back, it's up high for a ball. Jeremy Wright sitting at 41 pitches. Only one away in the bottom of the third. Now 2-0 count on Ty Martineau. It was a longer first inning for Wright. Kind of recovered with a 1-2-3 second inning. Not the way he'd hoped this third inning would go so far. 2-0 pitch up and away on Ty. A 3-0 count. Martineau walked his first time up in a 3-1 count. Wright struggling to find the zone here. .3-0 pitch misses for ball 4. 2 on for McFarland. And it looks like DeLand might be making a pitching change right here. I don't think they had anyone up in the bullpen yet, but quick warm-up. We're going to have a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Coming in for the starter right is Braden Klebel when we return on Schlick Sports.
Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks.
Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Apologies, we had a mix-up on the roster as we just received numbers on some guys before the game. It's actually Braden Myers, the sophomore, on in relief of Jeremy Wright. And the first man he faces, Carson McFarland. McFarland drove in Aschenfelder on a ground out his first time up. 2 on, 1 out, 1 in for Creekside in the bottom of the third. Pickoff move to second. Bysham was off at second base by quite a bit, making a little bit of a break towards third. Was back safely, however. The sun starting to go down behind the trees, way behind the first base line. Some shadows starting to be cast there down on the field from McFarland and some of the players out there. Pitch way up and in, caught McFarland in the helmet. Bases now loaded for Adam Harvey. Carson McFarland,
Now batting for the Creekside
no stranger to being
First
hit by a
baseman,
pitch.
number 14,
For
Adam
Carson,
Harvey.
as the 8th time this year he's been struck by a little wild pitch. Now the base is juiced for Adam Harvey. Struck out looking there in the first. The birthday boy trying to come through. Taking a ball low. Actually, was talking to Harvey before the game, and he said it's my birthday and then denied it profusely after that. He did not want it to be announced, especially from Mr. Rick Kane on PA. Sounds like he is safe for that, but you can get a little birthday shout out on the broadcast, I think. Happy birthday, Adam. One-oh count, one out. Base is loaded. Up and in, he hit Harvey. 3-0 Creekside. It looked like the curveball got away from him. Too far up and in, caught Harvey up on the back.
Now batting for the Knights.
And that drives in a run.
Number 3, Connor Belizick.
And that is the second night in a row Adam Harvey has recorded an RBI on a hit by pitch. And funny enough, that is the only 2 times Adam Harvey has reached base on a non-hit. He had made it to the final week of the regular season with his batting average and on-base percentage being the same number. It's hit by a pitch in back-to-back games and records RBIs on both of them. So now Connor Belizick up to the plate, still bases loaded, 1 out. Foul ball for strike 1. Creekside with 2 runs in here in the bottom of the third. 1 on the RBI single from Bysham, then a walk, hit by pitch, and another hit by pitch. Drove in Bysham. The 0-1. Belizick takes strike 2. Getting word that we've got action in the bullpen. Christian Baez up for DeLand. Oh, 2 count. Belizick back up the middle. That one is into center field. McFarland rounding third. They're going to put on the brakes. 1 run scores on the RBI single from Connor Belizick. It is 4-0 Knights. Almost an exact replica of that RBI single we saw earlier in the inning from Michael Bysham.
Left fielder number 17, Zach Jackson.
Takes the pitch, just drives it up the middle on the ground. Stations move up 1. Now Zach Jackson up. That one hit him. The 3rd hit by pitch of the inning plates another run for Creekside. They are blowing this thing open in the 3rd. It is now 5-0 Knights. And that is going to do it for Braden Myers, unable to record an out of the bullpen. We're going to step away for this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
In another pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, Christian Baez up out of the bullpen for the Bulldogs on damage control. Bases still loaded, 1 out for Creekside. They have had 7 straight men reach, 3 via the hit by pitch. And the runner's going into suicide squeeze. Romeo gets it down, and 2-run score! 2-run score! Jackson's going for home. No, he puts on the brakes last second, halfway down the line. Romeo into second. It is 7-0 Creekside. How about that on the suicide squeeze? Not only do they score Harvey from third, but Josh Huber all the way from second was going all the way.
Now batting for your
Wow.
The second baseman, number 2, Aiden Benechek.
We giving Romeo 2 RBIs on that or an error after 1? Infield in, 2 more runners in scoring position for Aiden Benechek. He takes the ball low. 1 RBI. Creekside is now bat around. Benechek grounded out to short to lead off the inning. In foul ground, pop fly caught by Derek DeJesus. And it's back to Sean Aschenfelder at the top of the order.
Now batting with 2 away, the center fielder, number 20, Sean Aschenfelder.
Six runs in the third inning for
Now
Creekside.
batting, the right fielder, number 6, Michael Bishop.
As DeLand elects to intentionally walk Sean Aschenfelder. Bases loaded for Michael Bisham. RBI single for him earlier in the inning. Baez fires, down and away, ball 1. Bases loaded. And a 1-0 count on Michael Bisham. Foul tip off of Baez, or excuse me, DeJesus. Now 1-1 count. Derek DeJesus looks to be okay behind the plate. The 1-1. Down in the dirt, headed for the plate is Zach Jackson. He scores. 8-0 Knights. On the wild pitch, Jackson home from third. Aschenfelder to second. Romeo to third. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down low. 3 balls, 1 strike on Michael Bysham. Final line on the starter, Jeremy Wright. He goes 2 1/3. 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walked, 2 strikeouts. Braden Myers could not record an out of the pen. 1 hit, 4 runs, 4 earned. This one down the line in right field. It is caught by Treichel for out number 3. But the Knights strike for 7 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They lead 8-0 over DeLand when we return on Schlick Sports.
That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Top of the 4th inning. 3-4-5 coming up for DeLand as Roman Baselli out on the bump. Coming off the 7-run inning for the Creekside Knights. They lead 8-0. Just 3 hits for Creekside in that 3rd inning. 4 in the entire game. They've still managed to play 8. One-two count on Hoffman. Little chopper to short. Martineau throwing across the diamond. It's high, but Harvey tagged him. His foot was on the base. An error on Martineau allows the leadoff man to reach. And that brings up Derek DeJesus. And for DeLand, this one cannot feel good, especially coming off of a 16-0 win over Seabreeze just last night. Runner going. Swinging strike gets away from Belizik. Luke Hoffman staying put at second as the pitch got away. Derek DeJesus now in an 0-1 count. Cannot feel great in a dugout after a dominant win like that. You're looking to come get a win on the road, some good momentum going into the playoffs, and then you come in and down 8 after 3. Now 1-1 count on DeJesus. Grounded into a double play. His only other time up in the first. Ground ball. Benechek to Harvey. One away. Hoffman to third on the play. Now bring up Nathan Rico.
Designated hitter number 23, Nathan Rico.
Chris King yelling out to his shortstop Martineau in an 8-0 ball game. Let's work on bringing the infield in that situation, and especially ahead of the playoffs. Runner on third. You got the in-game practice right here. I still agree with this move, even if they weren't trying to practice it. Never take the foot off the gas. I mean, you just saw an inning unravel where Creekside was able to plate 7. DeLand could take advantage of a couple of mistakes and definitely do so themselves and chip away in this game. Two 2-1 now on Rico. Ground ball to third. McFarland looks the runner back to third, throws across the diamond for out number 2. Nice job there on the infield in situation.
Now batting with 2 away, the third
That
baseman,
brings
number
up
8,
Ethan Jones.
Hey, throw it hard. Let's go.
Jones was hit by a pitch with 1 out in the second. Takes one away. 1-0. For Creekside right now, that's got to feel great in the dugout. Coming off of a close loss to St. John's Country Day last night where you feel like you left runs on the board, able to strike on some mistakes, play some good aggressive baseball. That bunt from Nick Romeo was absolutely huge there in the third. That's a play that Creekside has not been able to consistently run. Trusting Romeo, even with his limited plate appearances this season, to lay down a suicide squeeze, and it plates 2. Foul ball out of play now, 1-2. Dominant so far from the Knights, and Baselli trying to make it 4 scoreless innings. The 1-2 pitch. Down and away. 2-2. Fly ball, foul ground down the right field side. Running out of room, Michael Bysham. Still 2-2. That was about as good of contact I've seen a left-handed hitter have off of Roman Baselli all year. Just foul out of play. Runner on third, 2 outs, and a 2-2 count on Nathan Rico. Upstairs with ball 3. Count full. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Staying alive. Ethan Jones. The 3-2 pitch again. Upstairs and inside for ball 4, so Ethan Jones will reach first on the walk.
Now batting the first
Race
baseman,
Rodriguez.
Race Rodriguez.
0 for 1, grounding out to first his only other time up. 2 on, 2 out. And a runner going to score on a wild pitch. It's now 8-1. And that is the first earned run that Roman Baselli has allowed in 13 2/3 innings. One 0 pitch inside as Rodriguez was showing bunt. A 3-0 count on Rodriguez, the first baseman. Takes strike one.
Let's go. Come on.
Three 1 pitch in the dirt. Advancing to third, Ethan Jones. So now runners at the corners. 2 outs. Ethan Zager is going to be the next one up, and before then, Chris King going to go have a quick word with Roman Baselli. Eight and 9 coming up, and Zager struck out his allowing one on the wild pitch, trying to keep any further damage from coming across the plate in the fourth inning. First pitch just misses there. 1-0. Runner breaking for second. They got to get this out as Jones scored. They are going to tag out Race Rodriguez, but Jones scoring from third during the pickle, so it is now 8-2 Creekside. Still leads by 6 after the Bulldogs get a couple across in the top of the fourth when we return on Schlick Sports.
It's a brand new
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Back now for the bottom of the fourth as Creekside has got 3, 4, 5 coming up here in the inning after playing 7 in the bottom of the third. DeLand able to strike for 2 in the top half of the inning, and now Ty Martineau and the Knights trying to extend their lead further. Maybe send us home early out here. Catch some of the NFL draft tonight. That's too late. I said it now. New pitcher for DeLand in this pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance. The Baselli Agency, Rue Hanna, the junior, on a relief of Christian Baez. This one a grounder up the middle. Little trouble at second for Hoffman. He will not get the throw on to first in time. Leadoff runner on for the Knights on an error, and that will bring up Carson McFarland. Drove in a run on a ground out in the first and was hit by a pitch in the third where he would go on to score. Martineau trying for 2. This one sent the other way into right. Martineau is going to get in there at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out. It skips away from Jones, the third baseman. Martineau scoring at home. It is 9-2 Creekside. Just an unnecessary throw to third from the right fielder. Treichel allows Martineau to score on the play. McFarland into second. We've got a new second baseman after that. Justin Thompson coming in for Hoffman as he went to cover on the steal with a left-handed batter, or excuse me, a right-handed batter. Maybe on to warm up in the bullpen. Now 9-2 Creekside. Adam Harvey in the 2-0 count. He was hit by a pitch which drove in a run there in the third. Swung on and missed on the 2-0. Now 2 balls and 1 strike on Adam Harvey. Now 19 RBIs on the season for him. That total leading the team. Sends one back up the middle into center field for a base hit. McFarland chugging around third, going for the plate. It's a good throw. That is in time. McFarland caught trying for home. A great throw from Ethan Zagers and a nice job by Derek DeJesus, the catcher, handling that one and applying the tag.
Now batting for the Knights. The catcher.
1 out, runner still
3,
in scoring position.
Connor
Belichick the next up. He singled in a run there in the third. One on, 1 out. An 0-1 count. Pickoff move back to second. Safe is Adam Harvey. Belichick takes a pitch outside. 1 for 2 in this game. Down and away on the next pitch. Now 2 balls and a strike on the Creekside catcher. Down and away, another pitch misses. 3-1. Jackson Kane on deck for Zach Jackson. Hannah walks Belizik. Two on, one out, and one in.
Left fielder, number 12, Jackson Kane.
Kane up to the plate.
And into the game on the bases, number 9, Drew Williams.
Drew Williams out running for the catcher, Belizik. Back up the middle, it is through into center. Harvey headed for home. The throw goes to third. Williams is safe. It skips away. Williams staying put at third. In at second base is Jackson Kane. He drives in a run. It is 10-2 Creekside.
Now batting for the Knights, designated hitter number 4, Nick Romeo.
Creekside piling on. The senior Kane. The big time base hit, gets himself into scoring position on the throw to third. Now Romeo to the plate. Takes ball 1. Fights one off. A 1-1 count. Chopper up the middle, charging, fielding Fuentes on the first. It gives a little trouble for Rodriguez at first base. Romeo safe on the error. Runners at the corners, still 1 out. Aiden Benechek the next up for Creekside. Another run scores on the play. It is 11-2, and Parker Morton is going to come out to hit.
Into the game for the Creekside Knights, number 1, Parker Morton.
Morton this season with 3 RBIs, batting .179. Jackson Kane would represent that 10th run in terms of the lead. It would be the 12th run for Creekside, would put him up by 10. And would put us in a mercy rule spot where Creekside could end this one early. Inside on Morton, 2-1. Two balls, 2 strikes now on Morton after a called strike at the knees. Hunter Schlegel on deck. He'll hit for Aschenfelder if it gets to him. Pitch outside on Mort. Full count on the junior. Hannah set. He fires. Morton fights it off, still 3-2. Creekside has a righty up in the pen. I believe Quinn Wilfong. Three-two pitch again. Popped up on the infield. Rodriguez makes the catch, 2 away. Hunter Schlegel up to the plate for Creekside.
Now entering the game for the Creekside Knights,
Schlegel.
Hunter Schlegel.
Batting .222, 2 RBIs. OPS at .669 this season. First pitch to Schlegel, upstairs, ball 1. Second pitch swung on and missed. Ball and a strike on the junior lefty. Been used mostly out of the bullpen. He's a left-handed reliever this year. Also had some success, as I mentioned, up at the plate. Called strike on the outside. 1-2. Two on, 2 out. That pitch in the dirt. Romeo to second on the dirt ball. 2 in scoring position. Two-two count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Line drive, it is caught out at short by Hefte Fuentes for out number 3. But Creekside gets 3 more across in the bottom of the 4th. It's 11-2 Knights lead the Bulldogs.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
The DeLand Bulldogs, center fielder number 9, Ethan Zagers.
Top of the 5th inning. Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, Hudson Hyatt. And go ahead and relieve Roman Baselli after 4 solid innings of work. Hyatt looking to keep things quiet, get it back to the offense in the bottom of the 5th, up by 9. First pitch down in the dirt to Ethan Zagers, 8-9-1 coming up for DeLand in the 5th. Final line on Roman Baselli. 4 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Hudson Hyatt this year for the Knights. 4 appearances, he started 1 of them, gone 10 1/3 with a 1-0 record and an ERA at 2.03. So chopper down the first base line, rolls foul, 1-2 on the center fielder, Zagers. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zagers 0 for 1 was up at the plate when Race Rodriguez got caught stealing to end the top of the 4th. Fights off a 2-strike pitch. It's now 2-2. Chicago Bears are on the clock. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they select Caleb Williams. Or John Reese Plumley out of UCF. That's a joke, by the way. The 3-2 pitch. Down and in, ball 4. 1 on, nobody out for DeLand in the 5th. I'll bring up Jeremy Wright.
Pitcher number 13, Rue Hanna.
And pinch hitting for him, Rue Hanna. Williams actually got the chance to ask a question at the Players' Championship this year. He's coming off of hole number 9. Just figured, might as well get my phone out and ask him a question. Why not? See if he even answers or acts like he heard me. And sure enough, he turned around and said, sure, real fast, because security was kind of rushing him off. So asked him what had him here in Jacksonville and how he was enjoying the Players. Kept it short and simple. Training, and it's fun. Nearly 400,000 views on Instagram. Line drive out to short. Caught, throw on to first. Got him for a double play. Parker Morton. How about that? The double play on the line drive, heads up at second base. 2 away here in the 5th.
Number 1, Justin Thompson.
That brings up Justin Thompson. Originally, this was Dylan Lawrence. Strike 1 called. Looks like Evan Lideau on deck. One-two count on Justin Thompson. Grounder out to second, and Morton flips on to first for out number 3. Quiet inning for Hudson Hyatt and the Creekside Knights. They look to shut the door and walk us off in mercy rule fashion when we return on Schlick Sports.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show, 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Bottom of the 5th inning. Creekside leads 11-2 over DeLand as Josh Huber stepping up to the plate. 2-3-4 coming up.
Now batting for the Knights, number 21, Josh Huber.
It's a great walk-up song right there. 1-0 count. Huber 0 for 4 with a walk on the season, went 1 for 2 with a triple in the preseason. Strike 1 to Huber. Creekside next week have the 1 seed in the district playoffs. They will host throughout districts and will face the winner of Flagler, Palm Coast, and Sandalwood next Tuesday here on Schlick Sports. Could potentially find ourselves, if Creekside and Bartram both win in round 2, little Creekside-Bartram rematch out here at Freedom Field after the 10-inning thriller in which Bartram Trail was able to come away with a win out here in February. Huber takes a curveball called strike 3. 1 away. And hitting for Ty Martineau. Hold on. Micah Henson out of the dugout. I think they are going to have him hit
Now batting the shortstop,
for Carson
5,
McFarland,
Ty Martineau.
potentially. Yep. Micah Henson up to the plate.
Now batting number 22, Micah Henson.
You know, I haven't heard a lot of these guys coming off the bench, their walk-up songs. A little T-Pain in there. Matt Bysham on deck for Creekside as Micah Henson getting his first plate appearance of the year. Swings at strike 1, 1-1. One out in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 2 on Henson. Curveball, did he go? Yes, he did. Drop third strike. We'll get him at first. Henson down on the strikeout. 2 away. And that'll bring up Matt Bysham. And Caleb Williams, officially #1 pick of the Chicago Bears. You can actually view that little interview I did with him here on Schlick Sports.
Now batting for the Knights, number
Of course,
10,
after the game.
Matthew Bysham.
2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Bysham 1 for 8 at the plate this season. Fouls one back. one fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes on Matthew Bysham. Two-strike pitch up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two away in the bottom of the 5th. Rue Hanna fires down below the zone, 3-2. Tavern Blands it on deck. Three-two fought off. Still a full count. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Shallow right center going back and making the catch. Justin Thompson to retire the side here in the 5th. On to the 6th inning, still 11-2 Creekside.
Attention sports fans of Southwest Jacksonville. Are you prepared to defend against the greatest opponent of our time? I'm not talking about a rival team. I'm talking about cyber threats. Did you know that in 2023, over 60% of small to mid-sized businesses experienced a cyber attack, and only 14% were considered prepared to handle the attack? Don't let one setback sideline your success. Here to help is CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jacksonville, your local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jacks. Tune in to our free podcast on cybersecurity, where we break down the complex threats in just 15 minutes per episode. Make the most of your drive time and defend your business like a champion. Stay safe, stay secure. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/@CMITSWJacks. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today.
Pitching change now brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Quinn Wilfong in out of the pen for Hudson Hyatt. Top of the 6th inning, 11-2 Creekside leads DeLand. Looking to finish out the regular season on a high note. 2-3-4 due up for the Bulldogs. Leading things off, Bryson Treichel.
Leading off the top of the 6th for the Bulldogs. Right fielder number 10, Bryson Treichel.
Quinn Wilfong out of the bullpen. The senior in 7 appearances this year has gone 17 innings, 2-1 record with an ERA at 2.88. Defensive substitution. Looks like Jackson Kane in and left, Josh Huber in right. Connor Belza cannot track down the pop-up. Strike one. Full windup and the pitch. Strike 2 on Treichel. 0 for 2 in this game. Popped out and grounded out. Hard grounder up the middle, just under the glove of the diving time. Martineau, base hit for Treichel. 1 on, nobody out. That brings up Luke Hoffman.
Next up for DeLand.
0 for 1, reaching on
Number
error.
15, Evan Ledoux.
Also walked in the first, and he is being pinch hit for by Evan Ledoux. Strike 1 on the outside corner. A 1-1 count with 1 on, nobody out in the top of the 6th inning. When Wilfong's set, he fires. Good curveball, just misses the zone. 2-1. Wilfong looking to find those off-speed pitches, especially going into the playoffs. Fastball popped up, foul ground, first base side. Harvey in pursuit, makes the catch. 2 away. Excuse me, 1 away, 1 on. And that brings up another pinch hitter, number 6, Alton Hughes.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 6, Alton Hughes.
Number 2 pick in the NFL draft, Jaden Daniels, the LSU quarterback, going to the Washington Commanders. I gotta say, that national championship performance from Michael Penix really, going into that game, a lot of hype was he's going to go top 5, and I feel like since the end of the college season, the quarterback draft rankings have really shaken up. We're not going to see Penix for a bit. Jaden Daniels, fantastic season. 1 on, 1 out, foul ball. Now 1-2. One-two pitch, chop foul down the third base side. Creekside pitchers have allowed just 3 hits in this game. Of course, 11 runs in for the Knights on 7 hits and 5 DeLand errors. Creekside has made the Bulldogs pay for their mistakes in this one, and hence the ginormous lead in the 6th inning. Alton Hughes, the freshman, takes away, pitch skips up high on the screen. Treichel in at second base, scoring position, and a 2-2 count on Alton Hughes. Up and in with the fastball. Full count. A 3-2 pitch. At the knees, just missing ball 4. 2 on, 1 out.
Now batting for the Bulldogs.
And that will bring up Hefte Fuentes. Hunter Zimmerman going to get warm in the Creekside bullpen. Skies one to left. Jackson Kane under it. Makes the catch, 2 away. Now another pinch hitter.
Number 12, Jaden Palmer.
That is Jaden Palmer. Seeing a lot of guys get a chance to play in this game late in the 6th. Creekside with the big lead. Palmer recording his first plate appearance of the game. One-0 count. Fastball high, 2-0. Palmer, the sophomore, with a perfect game grade of 8. Fouls one back, 2-1. Good hustle coming out of the dugout from Gavin Strump. Maybe sidelined out on the field, but still making a difference as the ball boy and kind of the utility man out there, helping out the coaches pregame, helping out the players coaching. Or during BP, doing anything he can, writing on the board. Still very much there with his team. And a good hustle out of the dugout to get that foul ball. 2-on, 2-out, 2-2 count, foul tip, strike 3. Retires this side. 11-2 Knights through 5.5, bottom of the 6th, coming up on Schlick Sports.
First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their location on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon.
Bottom of the 6th. Tavern Blanzit and Drew Williams, pinch hitters, leading things off for the Knights.
Leading off the 6th inning for the Knights.
Creekside with the 11-2 lead over DeLand. Blanzit takes strike 1 from Rue Hanna. Fouls one back. 0-2. Blanzit has been very good here, especially recently, just out of the lineup tonight for the first time in a few games. Ground ball foul into the Creekside bullpen. Blanzit in 19 at-bats, batting .409 with an on-base percentage at .481. Swings and misses there at strike 3. 1 away, and that brings up Drew Williams hitting for Connor Belizick.
Now stepping on the plate with 1 away. Number 9, Drew Williams.
The 1-0. Foul tip. Strike 1. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th. Drew Williams at the plate. Batting .214 on the year. On base percentage at .267. The 1-2 pitch to Williams, catches the zone. And now it's 1-2. One of the other pitches was ball. Scoreboard out in right field says 1-2. It's 2 balls. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Williams with a base hit to left. 1 out base runner for the Knights, and that will bring up Jonah Leiby. And hold on, Jonah Leiby will be next. It's actually Jackson Kane hitting again after subbing in for Zach Jackson in the 4th. He had an RBI single his last time up. Pitch inside on Kane. 1-0. Like to thank our situational sponsors, Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency, Troy Silhan with Bank of England Mortgage, and Triple Crown Fence. Call today at 305-331-9377 as Kane fouls 1 away. 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Bottom of the 6th inning. Creekside with double ones on the scoreboard. 11-2 lead. Strike 2 to Kane. The 1-2 pitch, curveball low. Now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kane has driven in 3 runs this year. Williams in motion. This one flied out to right. It is caught by Treichel, 2 away. And now Jonah Leiby up to the plate.
Now stepping up to the plate for the Creekside Knights, number 25, Jonah Leiby.
The first varsity plate appearance for Jonah Leiby. First pitch swinging, skied out to center, and making the catch, Ethan Zagers for out number 3. 1 hit, no runs for Creekside in the bottom of the 6th. On to the 7th, Creekside up by 9, looking to close things out at Freedom Field.
They are back together again and talking sports in Jacksonville. Brent Martineau and former Jags player Austin Lane from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. on all the social media platforms, and for the first time ever in Jacksonville, a 24/7 streaming network. It's Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Download the Action News Jacks Now app and get sports all day, every day. It's on Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, and many other platforms. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 and the new Brent and Austin Show 10 a.m. until 1 p.m.
Hunter Zimmerman on out of the bullpen, looking to close things out for the Knights. Up by 9 here in the top of the 7th.
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Bulldogs.
This pitching
Number
change
2,
brought to you by
Race
Brightway
Rodriguez.
Insurance, the Baselli Agency. Race Rodriguez leading things off. 7-8-9 coming up for the Bulldogs. First pitch to the backstop. 1-0. Overall for Creekside, a good night. Getting to see almost everybody who hit. Get a lot of different people in, a lot of good looks ahead of postseason play, and right now sitting at 11-2 in the 7th. The senior Zimmerman looking to close out the regular season. 3-0 count on Rodriguez. Three-one pitch. Takes a close one. That is called ball 4. Leadoff man on.
Now batting the 7th.
I'll bring up
number
Ethan
9,
Zagers.
Ethan Zagers.
Zimmerman on the season has made 6 appearances, going 6 innings. Allowed 6 runs, all of them earned. 3 strikeouts and 6 walks. First pitch strike to Ethan Zagers. 0 for 1, struck out and reached on a walk. Runner goes. Pitch is slapped the other way into left field for a base hit. Nice job going opposite way. 2 on,
Next up,
nobody
the
out.
Bulldogs, number 13, Rue Hanna.
Rue Hanna next up to the plate. Hanna grounded into a double play back in the 5th. Zimmerman goes a little too far inside and hits him. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now bring up Justin
Now batting for the Bulldogs,
Thompson's.
number 1, Justin Thompson.
Zimmerman back on the bump. First pitch, up and in, ball 1. One 0 pitch, another one up and in, and that's gonna bring out Coach Chris King to a quick conversation with Hunter Zimmerman. Try to get things under control, find the zone. A walk, single, and a hit by pitch thus far. 2-0 count on Justin Thompson. Two-hole hitter and the UNF commit. Bryson Trico on deck. Pop fly out of play behind the plate. 2-1. Strike 2 across the plate, 2-2. And he got him looking at strike 3. One away with the bases loaded. And Trickle back up to the plate. He is 1 for 3, singled just an inning ago, leading things off in the 6th. Popped up on the infield. McFarland makes the catch. 2 away. And that brings up Ledoux.
2 away, number 15, Evan Ledoux.
1 plate appearance for him in the 6th. Pop down now. He and the Bulldogs down to their final out. First pitch up and in, that got him. That'll score Race Rodriguez. And next up, Alton Hughes.
Now batting number 6, Alton Hughes.
Hughes walked in a 3-2 count in the 6th. This one up above his head, 1-0. A line drive left field, that one down in front of Kane. It's going to score at least one. They're sending another runner home. It's a good throw, and it skips away from Belizik. Runners on first and second will advance one more base. 2 in scoring position, 2 runners score on the 2-run single for Alton Hughes. It's now 11-5.
Number 22, Jefe Fuentes.
Jefe Fuentes next up to the plate. A 1 count on him now with 2 gone in the 7th. A 1 pitch. Skied to left, going back on it. Kane, he makes the catch. And that will do it. Creekside takes this one 11-5 over the DeLand Bulldogs and finish out their regular season with a record of 15-10. A nice note to end on for Creekside in the final game of the regular season. They will return next Tuesday to take on the winner of Flagler Palm Coast and Sandalwood in the semifinals of the district tournament. But until then, I am Noah Schlick signing off. Our final score again, Creekside 11, DeLand 5, and I will see you next time here on